When I first saw the trailer, I knew I wanted to play this game because when I first saw South of Midnight, my immediate thought was, this feels like Big Fish, one of my all-time favorite films by Tim Burton. The same magical realism, folkloric charm, and emotional storytelling that just hit me right in the heart. So, of course, I had to try it, and shout out to Xbox for dropping it on Game Pass. I had no idea it was going to be on Game Pass, so I was so excited when I first saw it. Now, I did see some negative reviews floating around before I played, but honestly, I always try to keep an open mind. What someone disliked might be the exact things I fall in love with. Just a reminder though, this isn't a massive AAA blockbuster. It's a $40 to $50 AA game, and that's important to keep in mind. I might be different from some of the gamers because when I play, I'm here for the story. Great gameplay is a bonus, but it's the heart of the world, the meaning behind the journey is what I show up for. And South of Midnight delivers that. It's like a playable southern fairy tale dripping in southern gothic vibe you rarely see in games. The visual feels like a painting or a comic come to life, and every chapter introduces you to strange, soulful characters that pulled you from the myth and memory. I especially love how Mahela goes serve as both of a tutorial and a moving moment, guiding Hazel in her weaver powers while echoing a deeper story about helping young black family escape slavery. That kind of layering, it's powerful. The way the game used music really stood out to me too. Not just because it sounds amazing, but because it honors how black communities have used music to share stories and survive hardship. And it's not just a soundtrack, it's a storytelling through sound. I even found a documentary on YouTube about South of Midnight where the creative director David Shears described it as a love letter to the South. He said it was about learning empathy for people who aren't like you, and I felt that. As someone who is not from that culture, the game opened a window for me. I appreciated that. It felt authentic and respectful. Now let's talk about the not so great stuff. Yeah, the combat is repetitive and a bit shallow. Once you unlock more abilities though, it definitely gets a little bit better. I really enjoyed the two-toed Tom boss fight. It was visually stunning, but most of the boss fight mechanics rely on the same basic formula, which can wear thin after a while. I also wish the game had more environmental puzzle to mix things up. Still, if you're like me and more into the story, it doesn't really ruin the experience. So, is South of Midnight as bad as some review make it sound? No, the gameplay sure is not that great, but the art, the animation, the music, and Hazel's emotional journey, those are what make this game unforgettable. Also, can we talk about the stop motion animation for a second? It reminds me of the Walking Dead game. Clementine in this art style would be badass. Just saying, if you're all about deep gameplay system, sorry I have to say, this might not be your cup of tea. But if you're into the vibes, the story, and the soul, then South of Midnight is absolutely worth playing. And hey, it's on Game Pass. Ain't nobody stopping you from playing this game, so enjoy. So happy gaming, sandwich friends. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!